13 Reasons Why and To the Bone are among the new films and series about teenagers that are sparking both controversy and conversations about cyberbullying, body image, depression, and anxiety. A Southern California mother decided to go straight at the issues concerning her daughter and the girls around her. Lisa Tiano is the author of the new book, 101 Girl Tips, Everyday Tips for the Everyday Girl.
And she joins us right now with her daughter, Brynn. Welcome. Thank you both for being here. We appreciate it. Let's talk about the weapons often used in so-called girl bullying. Because girl bullying, I have a 13-year-old. She'll be 13 on Wednesday. It's very different. It can be very, very mean.
It is so hard. It is so devastating when it comes to tween and teen girls. I've been working with the population for over 2 decades, and it's definitely changed since when I was younger, for sure. And I think social media definitely has magnified so many of the issues that girls are experiencing. But we really wanted to create a program that addresses all of these issues that girls are so impacted by on a daily basis, in school and outside of school, of course, with social media being a huge issue.
Because you can't escape it. Social media is the reality. It's going to be there. There's nothing you can do. You can't get away from it, right?
Right. All girls, everyone has social media for the most part. And I think it's just like one of those things that you just can't get rid of because everyone's just so addicted to it, especially like how many likes do I get? Like who's liking my photo? Who's commenting? Like who's seeing it? And you don't know whether it's photoshopped or edited, right? And then you start to compare yourself. And especially in my club that I have at school, I noticed that there's a lot of jealousy that goes on. Like this girl is gorgeous and she posted a photo of her in a bikini in Malibu. Like, you don't know how real it is and how much of it is edited and how much of it is real.
And you talked about your club. You have a confidence club at high school. What is that? What do you guys do?
So basically I welcomed it to all girls. And I mean, boys come too, it just really depends. And what we mostly talk about is body image, you know, shaming, depression, social media especially. We have guest speakers. It's very open, and like why I wanted to create it is because I went through it all. And it's hard to experience alone. And when you're alone, you feel like there is no safe place and there's no one to go to. But when you have such a great group of girls that surround you and support you, it just automatically, you feel like I can share and I can be myself. And that's why at least once a month, maybe even more, like we have it, we allow guest speakers to come in and for people to talk and just open up because, you know, some people can't open up at home and like it's hard for them and, you know, it's hard to talk to, I mean, like my mom's my best friend, but like an adult versus a teenager, you know, someone who's your own age and someone who you can connect to and like who's experienced it on the same level as you. And so I feel like that's why it's so important to have this club, and as much as people may shame it and stuff like that, the girls who come are amazing.
You need that support.
Yeah,
now you said that it's open to boys.
It's open.
The fact is that boys and girls process bullying, they handle it very differently, right?
They so do. I mean, with boys, I'm not saying there's not the social bullying that goes on, but I really want to emphasize that with girls, it's very covert. I talk about the hidden aggression in a lot of my workshops and a lot of my speaking engagements. Because with girls, it's almost like they keep score. With boys, they tend to just
forget about it.
They forget about it, or they just won't hold the grudge that girls do.
And as a girl who's been bullied, you can carry that with you for years.
Right.
Oh, yeah, so, I still do. I still do. To this day, I remember being bullied.
So when a girl comes up to you and says, you know, I feel really bad about myself, all of these girls are picking on me, I feel alone, what do you say to them?
The biggest thing that I can tell girls is to never compromise your values and your morals, because once you do that, you're losing yourself in the process.
Right.
So that's probably the best advice I can give any girl, no matter what age, because our workshops and our events are tailored towards girls from as young as 8 to 18.
Right.
And it's a common issue.
And not to keep it secret, the fact that you can talk about it.
Right. And we have a confidentiality agreement, which is they sign their name, just making sure that like when they leave the club, that's not discussed outside, and we don't ever mention names or anything like that because we don't want to be too specific where if there are people that go to our school that they're talking about. But I mean, I love it, but there are some girls who shame it, but in the end, like, you can't let anyone define you, and that's what we talk about a lot.
You've developed a program for schools.
Yes, we are in the process right now because schools have invited us. Teachers that I know personally have invited us to come and speak inside of the classrooms. So besides assemblies where you have an audience, you know, a group of kids where there's maybe 100 or 200, it's a different sort of dynamic as opposed to when I'm doing a smaller workshop. It becomes more intimate, and girls tend to open up a little bit more. In the beginning, they tend to be a little shy. You know, they feel like they're the only ones going through something. And a lot of them have gone through so much anxiety and depression and suffering. You would never know in school who are the ones who are really suffering. You don't really know that.
And the truth is, you never grow out of it.
But
You just learn how to deal with it, but you still deal with it as an adult.
If you can develop that resiliency at a really young age, it is the most important thing. It's sort of like setting the foundation for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I wasn't confident until my 30s.
Yeah.
I mean, I would
agree.
I would rather hide under a table than speak.
You guys are a great team.
That it's being authentic and being your real self.
It's really important work. Once again, the book is titled 101 Girl Tips. It's available on Amazon. For more information, check out the website innerstargirl.com. Thanks for coming in.
Thank
Thanks
you
for what
so
you're
much
doing.
for having us.
Thank you. I love what you're doing.